كم حملت الهم عني عندما كلت يميني، ولكم آزرتني في أمر دنياي وديني. كم حملت الهم عني عندما كلت يميني، ولكم آزرتني في أمر دنياي وديني. إنما يجنى الهدى من صحبة الخل الأمين، إنما يجنى الهدى من صحبة الخل الأمين. من يسر في الروم يستنشق عبير الياسمين. من يسر في الروم يستنشق عبير الياسمين. يا رفيق الدرب إني أذكر الفضل وأزري. يا رفيق الدرب إني أذكر الفضل وأزري. إنها لحظات شكر وامتنان لك مني. إنها لحظات شكر وامتنان لك مني. يوزن المرء بمن صاحب واختار وليا، وأنا اخترتك فازددت رقيا ورقيا. يوزن المرء بمن صاحب واختار وليا، وأنا اخترتك.
How's it going, guys? Had a great workout session. I really had to push myself through that one, so I completely avoided talking and taking unnecessary breaks. I'm not saying that I take unnecessary breaks when I'm recording, but today I was completely feeling tired to talk in between sets and to adapt the camera to various angles to bring a more cinematic look to the video. However, I hope that everybody enjoyed that segment of the video. Today I want to talk about some supplements that I've been taking pretty regularly throughout the past 2 years. I'll keep it short and sweet, and I'll definitely try to share some insights that I've personally had through this journey. Alright guys, so the first supplement I take is 500 milligrams of Test. Yeah, that was a joke. I don't think I'm going to be juicing anytime soon. So the first supplement I started with was actually creatine. Creatine is one of the most researched supplements out there in the market. And a lot of people have their thoughts about it, but majority of people think it is a great supplement to take. Now, my personal experience with creatine was that my experience with creatine is that whenever I started loading, so loading is basically the first week where you take 2 scoops instead of 1 scoop to load your body with enough creatine so that after the first week, when you take a single scoop, your body is already adapted or has already creatine in its system. So whenever I used to load, the first week I used to have really bad bowel movements. I had to go to the toilet very often. So later on I just completely avoided the loading phase. And apparently, according to research, even if you don't load creatine in your system, you once you start taking creatine, it just basically over time the base and the performance you would get from loading are just negligible. So I just completely avoided. Well, actually now I don't take it because I kind of increased my meat consumption, especially red meat, which is already a great source of creatine. So when I used to take it, even when I took one scoop, I always had like some problems in my stomach. I don't know. And by problem, I mean I just had to go to the toilet and that's it. Nothing else. Another side effect which I had was that I always felt the need to drink a lot of water because basically what creatine does is that it increases the water content of your body. So the more creatine you take, the more water you'll need to replenish the muscle. I can't really explain it very scientifically. The positive of creatine, which I haven't mentioned, is that it, well, increases your overall mass and it helps you push more in the gym, or it helps you adapt to more load, since there's a science behind it, but creatine is just good. Do your own research. It's a great supplement. But personally, as I said, when I used to take it, I used to have bowel problems and I felt really dry, which meant that I had to drink more and more water to quench my thirst. Alright, second supplement I take is none other than whey protein. This is a 2 kilogram whey protein isolate from SciTech Nutrition, vanilla flavor. I don't think any other flavor beats vanilla flavor. I tried chocolate, which is disgusting. Protein powder basically helps you with consuming more protein. There's no other better way to say it. It's an easy and efficient way to take in more protein. And I don't know why, but there are so many videos where people say that protein powder is bad for you. Please go watch a video of how protein powder is manufactured. Okay? Protein powder comes from milk. All right? There's nothing artificial about protein powder, but of course do your research, because I've seen protein powders that have very small doses of caffeine, which seemed really weird, but maybe it's a pre-workout protein shake. I don't know, but I like this one. This flavor is actually, well, this brand I really recently started. My friend recommended it to me because it's an isolate, which means there's very low amounts of, well, there's no amount of, or there's less than 0.5 grams of fat and 2 grams of carbohydrates with 21 grams of protein per scoop of 25 grams. I restarted taking protein powder because I'm on a bulk, so I need more protein to help me maintain my muscle mass. What's bad about protein? I mean, if you're on a tight budget, it's very hard to eat chicken every day and have protein powder. So if you eat enough meat, I don't really see the necessity to supplement yourself with protein powder, but it's definitely a good addition. Sometimes if you crave any sort of sweets, you can basically use protein powder to make pancakes, for example, high protein pancakes, and you don't really need to put in any sugar because there's natural sweeteners in this already. I highly recommend protein powder, especially and only the one that comes from milk. I do not recommend, or it's not that I recommend or don't recommend. Of course, if you want to try it out, you can, but there is protein powder that is derived from pea protein, PEA. Now, there's a lot of arguments whether or not it's good or bad, but in general, the one that has more research is definitely whey protein, and the pea protein, I've never tried it. Well, actually, I did try it, but it's basically paper. If you ever had oat milk, it just tastes like paper. It's not a good taste. Most of the time, the protein content is much lower. And I definitely think that the quality of protein you're getting from pea protein is not as high as the one you get from whey protein. Our third and final supplement that I have taken and am currently taking is ashwagandha. This one is ashwagandha with organic black pepper. I've taken 3 brands of these, and this one's the current brand that I'm taking. The brand is Weight World Certified Bio Organic Ashwagandha. Now I have a story with this. I've taken 3 brands so far. The others I can't remember, the 2 others. The first time I ever started ashwagandha. First off, what is ashwagandha? Well, it's a powdered form of a root. It's a root that is of Indian origin, and the benefits that it has is that it reduces your level of cortisol. And the thing with cortisol is that the body, when there's a decrease in cortisol, testosterone levels increase. It's like a seesaw kind of thing. That's what I heard from the Andrew Huberman podcast. So yeah, ashwagandha helps in reducing cortisol. So as cortisol decreases, test level increase. So it reduces cortisol, which is good for a lot of reasons. However, it's not good in the morning, because in the morning you need that cortisol to spike so that you feel more awake during the day, and especially in the morning. What it also does is it reduces stress, and in turn it does reduce anxiety. I had anxiety when I was 18, 19 years old. However, now I am better able to manage my anxiety. However, one thing I heard about ashwagandha is that it sort of reduces your pain threshold, which allows you to push more in the gym. You see? So that's why I sort of started taking ashwagandha in general. The first brand I took was not bio. So the thing, it comes in capsules. I'll just show you guys one. Capsules. And those capsules can be vegan, which means the gelatin that's the capsule, which is made of gelatin, is made from a non-animal product. The first ashwagandha capsule brand that I took was not vegan. It was made from pork gelatin. And I came to realize that when my brother pointed out to me. I, for some reason, just skipped that. And I'm saying that because as a Muslim myself, we cannot have any sort of pork. Pork is forbidden for a lot of good reasons, which you should definitely do your research. Even people that eat pork and doctors say that pork is completely bad for you. But anyways, I don't want to go on a tangent about pork. So basically, it was my mistake that I couldn't or didn't realize it was pork. But the level of, I don't want to say numbness, because numb means that you're completely numb. And in a sense, after taking that brand of ashwagandha, I felt mentally completely numb, but in a good way. The bad thing was that I was sort of emotionless all the time, and it might seem a bit weird or scary that I'm saying that I was completely emotionless, but I don't want to go to the extent that I was completely emotionless. I still had conversations with my friends. I felt good, but there was something in me that made me just numb and made me feel less emotionless, and I had less drive. So yeah, I was in a way more at peace with myself, and that's the numbness I'm referring to. I was more calm and more at peace with myself, but at the same time I was numb. And the workouts were pretty alright. I didn't see a difference in the workouts, but I came to a certain point that I felt way too numb and way too emotionless that I stopped out of concern that it would mess me up in some way, but fortunately it didn't, which is good. Ashwagandha, I don't think it has a lot of research, but I don't think it has that extensive research that supplements should have. I might be wrong. Then the second brand that I started of ashwagandha was all right. I didn't feel anything. It was meh, so I stopped. And recently, it's been 2 weeks now that I started taking this. bio organic ashwagandha, and of course the second one I took was bio as well. So this one has black pepper, but the problem with this one, I'm not getting that numbness that I got from the first ashwagandha brand that I tested. And I don't know, I'll keep continuing to take this. I definitely feel more calm and less stress. But you know, sometimes when your body is completely calm, at least for me with this ashwagandha, is that when I'm too calm, I sort of get anxious, like, why am I so calm? You know, like, is there something wrong? And I've had 2 instances that I took this ashwagandha this week, and after I took it, I was like a bit anxious, and I don't know why, but this isn't the effect you're supposed to get. You're not supposed to get anxious from ashwagandha. Your stress is supposed to go down. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this small talk about the supplements that I take. But definitely do your own research on every single supplement that you take. Don't just listen to somebody and start taking a supplement. Currently, I am researching on pre-workout because I want to start a pre-workout. Yesterday's video, I took a pre-workout and the crash was horrible. It had caffeine, which made me crash, but this crash I don't get when I consume coffee in the morning. Maybe the reason why I crashed was because I took the pre-workout at 5:30 before starting the workout. But I'm currently researching, reading some papers and articles, not articles, but peer-reviewed researches on pre-workout and the benefits and the mixes you should be consuming to get a good workout in. I'm also thinking about buying pre-workout with and without caffeine, so that if I work out in the morning, I can take the one with caffeine, and if I work out in the evening, I'll take the one without caffeine. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to eat. As I've already said, I was completely tired. I had work today, so I straight up came home and started working out, and it was amazing, a great back session. Now I'm going to eat. I'm basically going to eat minced beef with 125 grams of liver, calf liver. I've already said that liver is a superfood, so I'm gonna enjoy that with some bread and some cottage cheese. I hope everybody is doing great. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm very busy. From 5 a.m. in the morning I have to go to the airport. But hope everyone is good. Stay sharp, stay active. See you tomorrow.